Alright guys, another day, calisthenics, and as you can see I started off straight away with the front lever progression. To be honest, this is my fourth or fifth time trying the front lever. Like, cause I did it before without me recording. But to be honest, I was able to do it the first couple of times, but this is you guys watching it after like 3 or 4 times, and I got quite tired, but I was able to hold it for a decent amount of time before. It's more so that I was surprised that I was able to get even into a position that even allowed me to even hold a front lever to somewhat of a degree. And I mean, I'm proud of that, happy of that. And I just want to be able to tell you guys that if you just work on your foundations, if you just keep doing your foundations with the weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups, weighted dips and all that stuff, and then you slowly add in harder progressions when it comes to static holds, I'm telling you guys, you will. And oh yeah, don't forget your handstand push-ups. You will be able to do the things that I'm doing. Like, I'm not that far off from you guys, and I don't think you guys are far off from me either. I still truly feel like I'm a beginner 1.5 type stuff. As the next thing I started off with was the muscle up, because I am trying to make my muscle up slightly better, and muscle ups is all right. Could be better, could be this, could be that, but not so bad. And this is me training after a couple of days off. The reason why I took a couple of days off simply because the fact that, you know what, I just needed some time to myself. I needed to figure out how I want to approach this channel, how I want to approach YouTube, and I need some time off. And I just don't want to create content just for the sake of creating content and then me just saying absolute nonsense. Do you know what I mean? After my skills warm up, start off with weighted chin-ups. The reason why I do weighted chin-ups is, first and foremost, it allows me to do more weight. And second of all, I've done weighted pull-ups for so long that I feel like I have imbalances right now. Whenever I do weighted pull-ups, my forearm starts spazzing out, start getting random forearm pains that I just don't understand why I get it. I thought, you know what, let me switch to weighted chin-ups, strong at that, let me get used to that, let my body get used to weighted chin-ups, and then whenever I move over to weighted pull-ups, because the movement is pretty much the same, the carryover should be enough where my weighted pull-ups still should be strong enough that I can hit my target of 20 kilos for reps for weighted pull-ups. Now, of course, weighted pull-ups are always going to be harder than weighted chin-ups, simply because of the fact that weighted chin-ups heavily involves more of the bicep, whilst weighted pull-ups does not. I'm going to keep doing my weighted chin-ups and then let's see what happens. So with weighted chin-ups, I am doing 25 kilos for 10 reps, and this is when I start feeling the challenge. As you can see, I have to take a lot of breaks. One reason why is simply because of the fact that it's been a while since I trained, and for anyone who goes gym, they know that if you start losing momentum, if you start taking breaks for, even if it's just 2-3 days, you start losing this momentum. Yeah, it really does hinder your performance in the gym. And so I went from, let's say, 3-4 days of not working out straight into 25 kilos. I knew that I can do it, but I do feel like that momentum has started to drop down, and kept going at it. And then 25 kilos is a good challenge, is a good struggle for me to challenge myself. And I truly believe that if I keep doing 25 kilos for weighted chin-ups, that I'll be able to at least get 8-10 reps consecutively. Next exercise, the seated divergent cable row. Why I picked this over the other ones is, firstly, the cables keep a constant tension, and I like that feeling with the constant tension. I used one with free weights, so you put a weight plate on and do the same thing, but for me personally, I didn't like it. I felt like the weight, one, you could say that I was weak, but I felt like I couldn't keep my chest on the pad, and I just felt like it wasn't working the muscles that I wanted to work. It just wasn't working for me. That's why I like the seated cable row, or the divergent cable row, because it just works for me. Secondly, the machine feels better, allows me to put on more weight. I was able to put on a lot of weight, but if I can't control that weight, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? No point in me putting on a lot of weight if I can't control that weight. Thirdly, single arm means that I can train both sides to improve my balances and weaknesses. I think everyone has the imbalances, everyone has the weaknesses, so it's just understandable. But this can be seen in my muscle ups, as one side is more dominant than the other. As you can see, I truly believe one of the main reasons why my muscle ups are not improved, or they're improving, but they can be better, is because of these little small imbalances really and truly impact how clean my muscle ups are. And so I need to improve on those muscle ups, and I need to improve on these weaknesses in order for my muscle ups to become more gravity defying and looking more effortless. And finally, the grips are already made, so it allows me to hit multiple parts of my back easier, making it more efficient and more quicker. So that's why I like using seated divergent cable row. A new exercise that I added is the Smith machine row. Reason why I use the Smith machine is simply to increase the stability, so I can get more out of this exercise without stability being a limiting factor. I also added a deficit to this exercise to help me increase the range of motion so I can protract and round my back a little bit so I can fully straighten out my arms. A little bit of rounding is not going to hurt you, but as I was doing this exercise, I realized that I'm going to have to do free weights as I fully cannot extend my arms due to the machine limiting how low I can get the bar. You can also see me using straps. Straps are underrated too, as it allows your back to be the limiting factor, not your forearms or grip. If I wanted to train forearms and grips, I would specifically train that, but I'm not. And it's okay to use straps. I feel like there's a stigma around using straps, which makes no sense. I started to embrace using straps, and it helps out a lot. Please do not fall. Alright guys, that is the end of today's episode, today's workout, and I didn't have a pump cover on because honestly I just couldn't be asked, it's too hot. And yeah, let's see how the pump looks. Honestly, I don't really know what to say, to be honest, you know. I just want to speak in the car, to be honest. Let me just show you how the results are looking. Let me see. Let me just do this way. Well done. Right, let's actually see how I look. Ah, crap. Ow. Just buys. What do you do buys? It's just biceps. Buys and back and right basically. I don't really know how to do a back pose, it's just too like. This is all I know, to be honest. Don't really know anything else, it's just not. You know what? I need to get closer. Oh, I need to get closer. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really know what to say. Honestly, I don't really know. Kind of lost for words today. Let me just speak to you guys in the car. Alright guys, so that is the end of today's workout. And obviously I've said that before, but to be honest, I just don't really know what to say. The reason why I didn't really have much to say is because I'm trying out this new way of presenting myself, new way of presenting my videos, essentially where during the workout I'm actually talking, but I'm doing a voiceover instead of me actually speaking live, simply because of the fact that one, I don't want to speak so loudly in the gym, and two, I just don't have the mic. Do you know what I mean? So that's something I'm gonna try, and I feel like that gives me some flexibility in terms of how I want to script things, what I want to say. I'm still gonna keep it raw. I'm not gonna like make it overly scripted, but yeah, it just allows me to say what I want, and yeah. But no, I think that's one of them. If whoever's doing YouTube, I think one of the most important things is just to keep trying, especially when you're like, you know, you're up and coming, you're young on the block. Just keep trying things. You know, I'm still young. I'm still trying things out. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna keep trying things until fireworks. Yo. What's fireworks doing today? Can't show you guys, but there's random fireworks going on. But no, like I was saying, with YouTube, it's just you gotta keep trying things. You gotta constantly keep experimenting, especially when, you know, it's your first time creating a channel, you don't know what you're doing. It's very important to just like keep trying, constantly try new things. And I feel like what I'm gonna do now is basically my whole thing. I don't think I had the privilege of being able to make 20-minute videos of the way I want to do it, because I don't have those eyes just yet. And also, there's no point of me having like a block where I'm just working out and it's just nothing there, nothing at all. And so I don't want to waste your time, but obviously at the same time I want to give you guys like valuable information, valuable content and whatnot. And so I thought, you know what, let me condense the car journeys into one car journey. So if you guys want to listen to me ramble on about whatever I'm talking about, at least you got that going on. But instead of two, you got one. Everything's condensed. And with the other ones, it's like I just do a voiceover, say what I want to say, and yeah. But that's what I'm gonna keep experimenting. I do have a new idea that's in the works right now for next month. So it's February, so for March I do have a plan, and I do have an idea that I want to do, and inshallah I could do it. I feel like it'd be a really good idea. It'd be a really cool idea. Like in my head, it just makes sense. It just works out. But this one's gonna be intense. Like I'm really gonna be out here like ruthlessly just dogging it out. Like every single day, I'm gonna have to be coming up with something and doing something, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough, especially for that particular month, which I don't want to give away. You might have figured it out already, but if you haven't, say no more in it. But I feel like it'll work out, and it'll be, yeah. I feel like you guys will get to know me more, to be honest, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully it gets me at least monetized, or at least gets me somewhere close to getting monetized. But yeah, that's my main thing. Just want to get monetized. I've got the hours, but I don't have the subscribers, which is the hardest part for me. I've got the watch hours. But yeah, in terms of today's workout, to be honest, I say one of the, oh, this is what I wanted to speak about actually. Like, I didn't realize how much weight I lost because I didn't use my scale, because I didn't use my scale every day. I thought I was 65, 67. I went down to 61 kilos, 61, 62 kilos. I went to my grandparents' house. They called me skinny. I was like, yo. I mean, to be fair, I know why I lost so much weight, and I know the reasons as to why that happened, which is like understandable. But I didn't know I lost that much weight. I was like, oh my gosh. And I think the takeaway lesson is just the fact that you guys need to use your scales every single day, or at least you need to at least count your calories every single day, especially for hard gainers like me, because I'm literally a living proof, a living example. Like, I thought I'm eating extra calories, but I'm eating way less. And to be fair, for those 2 weeks, there was a lot of reasons as to why I didn't eat. I found it pretty hard to eat, to be honest, and there was all sorts of other stuff going on. But I wanted to say, I can't speak today. Oh, do you know what it is? It's because I haven't recorded in such a long time that I just forgot to speak. Oh my gosh. But no, I wanted to say, one of the easiest things you could do to improve or be consistent with a habit is to make the habit easy. Like, for example, if I wanted to start waking up early, and first thing I wanted to do is to have my protein shake. For me, I used to have my bag of protein in this particular cupboard, and I used to have this other thing in the other particular cupboard, and it added so much resistance to the fact. It got to a point where I didn't want to even wake up and make my protein shake. Like, my whole thing is you have to be so meticulous, like, especially when you make a habit consistent. For example, like, there was this one particular point where, for example, I have my shakes, the shaker bottles, right, to get my protein in, and I had to like contort my body in such a weird way. Like, even that small resistance was enough for me to not do it. Like, it's either, I mean, you can look at it as like, oh, you're so lazy, but on the other hand, you can look at it as, I don't really know, to be honest. I just kind of lost I can't speak today. But what I'm trying to say is, you can look at it as, oh, he's just being lazy, or you can look at it as, that's just another extra added resistance that I just don't want to add into my life. You know, instead of contorting my body and doing this, I literally moved it 30 centimeters. So instead of doing some weird, awkward action, all I have to do is just put my arm straight and be able to use my shaker bottle and just get it. I mean, it's something so small as that. But my whole thing is, if you make those little adjustments, even if something small as having the salt shaker in a place where you can see it directly, I'm telling you, those little changes are so important, and those changes are those changes that will make a habit stick or fail. And ever since then, like, after I've realized that, I just made the whole kitchen to myself. And you can look at it as selfish, yeah, because I'm living with my family or whatnot. But for me, oops, you can look at it as selfish, but on the other hand, it was like, I really need to be out here just ruthlessly being able to do what I need to do if I want to achieve what I want to achieve. And one of the things is trying to make everything as meticulous as I can. So if I can make something as 1% better, or 5 sec, which equals to, like, let's say 5-10 seconds quicker for my life, then you got to do it. And I think that's what I'm going to leave it at. Just try to make, if you want to build a habit, try to make it as easy as possible. Even if it's the most smallest things, as placing a salt shaker in an easier position for you to get in the morning, or having eggs right in front of you. Can't speak, oh my gosh. Right in front of you, so you don't have to go into the cupboard and find it. Or if you want to eat fruit, have it, in a place where you can literally see all the variety of fruit in your house. So I'm gonna leave it at, I can't speak to save my life. And yeah, take care.